Hey everybody, this is Drink64 and welcome to the final week of Milo Murphy's Law. The bomb's now over, so whenever it comes back, we really don't know right now, but we'll find out when it does. But the final week's been, and honestly, this was a really good week with easily one of the weirdest episodes I've ever seen from this show. And just overall, a pretty decent week to end it all off on, not too bad. Got some pretty good songs out of it, but again, there was less songs than normal this week, so again, I'm okay with that, but just good to see that not every episode is going to have a song, and not every episode is, of course, going to have Cavendish and Dakota as we saw this week. So yeah, looking forward to actually talking about these ones because there were some interesting episodes. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't made a video in a while, so it feels good to be making one again. And it's incredibly warm today, and honestly, I'm not feeling too great, so this is probably the worst idea to make a video today, but it is the last week of the Milo Murphy's Law bomb, so I wanted to make a video, yeah. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight into this. Don't want to take too long introducing everything. So yeah, getting started with the first episode, we have Battle of the Bands, and obviously, you know, just with the name itself, there was obviously going to be some kind of music sort of episode going, and this was an interesting episode actually. I really liked it. Them starting a band makes me wonder if we'll see more of that. Kind of feels like it started with a school dance. They sort of got to make a very quick little band in that episode, so that's probably where it started from, and then it's coming to this episode, so that's pretty cool. And we did get a really cool song out of it at the end, which I really liked, but I'll get to that after something else in this episode, and that is the Lumbermacks. Yeah, you remember the Lumberjacks from an earlier episode? I think it was Secrets and Pies. Yeah, we're seeing Zach's old boy band again, and this time they found a new member, I guess, and I don't know, they've just got rid of Zach, changed their name, and I didn't really know how I feel about them. I don't really like them too much. I don't know, they're a bit weird, and I hope they're only in these episodes. I don't really like them that much, but hey. So yeah, by the end of the episode, they end up singing the song that they sang with Zach, except they've changed one word, which honestly, I mean, you'd expect other people to have heard the song, thus counting it as plagiarism, and thus, I guess, I don't know if the actual Battle of the Bands, like, had to have original songs. Not 100% sure on that, but I don't know. So they end up singing that, and then the actual Our Band comes up and starts singing a really cool song. Once again sung by Zach, and I gotta say, I really look forward to Zach's songs from now on. They're always a lot of fun. I do like Zach's actual singing voice. It's really cool. Gonna like to hear more songs from him in the future. Gonna be really cool, but yeah. Milo Murphy's Law stuff goes on, like Murphy's Law stuff happens, and then they end up floating in the ocean and all that sort of stuff. Somehow the stage that they're on has a giant raft. I don't know, Milo must have come extra prepared, I guess. Weird. But yeah, overall, the song itself was a lot of fun. I really liked that. That was awesome. And just overall, this was a cool episode that, honestly, again, I don't remember, but I think this is the first episode that didn't actually feature Cavendish and Dakota. I'm sure there was another one before this, but as far as I can remember, this is the first episode to not feature them fully, so that's really cool. I mean, you know, it kind of sucks to have the villain of the season every single episode. I remember that was kind of my problem with the original Pokemon series as well, was Team Rocket were in every freaking episode and it got tiring after a while, so good to see that Cavendish and Dakota aren't in every episode, but yeah. So moving on to the second episode of the week, we have The Math Book, and I gotta admit, I actually really liked this episode. I don't know why. It didn't really feature a song whatsoever, which was kind of a shame, but really I'm not too bothered. This was an amazing episode. I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. The idea of the mystery of the key keeper and the janitor, and really, I'm not really sure if it paid off at the end. I'm not really sure if I was happy with the janitor and his character. If we'd have seen more of him, I feel like that would have made this a better episode, but really, I don't know, the ending just felt a bit cheap in my opinion, but overall the episode itself was really cool. Melissa losing her math book, locking the key inside of the math class by accident, and them just having to discover clues left by this mysterious keykeeper janitor guy and just find a way into the math classroom by finding the janitor, which they don't end up doing, and they just end up going down a vent. So yeah, it's all pretty weird. They never really see the janitor while they're going around the school, and they just end up finding the key anyway and escaping. Even though the Murphy's Law stuff obviously happens, because it has to. Every episode, something has to go wrong, because that's just the way of the show. But yeah, really, honestly, I was kind of disappointed with this episode in the fact that actually the reveal of the janitor wasn't as exciting as I hoped it would be. They built up this huge mystery, and while it was good for sort of comedic effect and all that, just showing him to be this mysterious sort of character, yeah, it was cool, but I think the way they revealed it at the end was kind of, to be perfectly honest, kind of cheap and boring. I don't know, that's just my opinion, but I wasn't really happy with the ending of this episode. Overall, good episode though, I really liked it. And again, we didn't see Cavendish and Dakota, so yeah, I'm also pretty cool with this episode. It's definitely one of my favourites from this week. So moving on to the third episode, we have The Little Engine That Couldn't, and gotta be perfectly honest with you, this episode had probably some of my favourite Cavendish and Dakota moments. I don't know, that's just me. I especially like Dakota in this episode. He's becoming my favourite of the two now. I don't know, Cavendish, you're not doing so well, but yeah, I love Dakota, he's great. But yeah, we do see them again in this episode and the next episode actually, very briefly, but we do see them, so I'll get into that when we get into the last episode. But this episode is really cool. We got to see Melissa's father, which I don't actually remember seeing him before. Can someone remind me of that? Because I don't really remember seeing Melissa's father in a previous episode. Maybe we did, but I don't think we did, so yeah. Overall, we got to see another member of, Milo's friend's family, which is really cool. We've seen Zach's dad, and that was really cool. But now we're seeing Melissa's dad, and he's a fire truck driver, which is pretty cool. So as it turns out, Milo is kind of an aficionado of fire trucks now, antique fire trucks to say the least, because one of his ancestors did something with a fire truck. I'm not really 100% sure on that or why that's the case, but hey, at least Milo's smart on something else. So he ends up taking a ride with Melissa's dad, even though he really doesn't want him to come because it's Milo, and honestly that's kind of a smart thing, you know, you wouldn't want Milo with you on anything because he'll fuck shit up, but hey, I don't know, I found that anything bad that happens with Milo around, it usually comes in on itself and it does turn out good in the end, whether for better or for worse, you know, it usually does have a good ending, even if everything is destroyed. So yeah, but we have Cavendish and Dakota who are trying to protect the pistachios once again, and they have a new vehicle which turns out to be a bike. Kind of a shame for them. I don't know, they always get the bottom tier when it comes to cars and all that sort of stuff. I kind of feel bad for them in a way. I don't know, I just really like them. But yeah, they end up getting this bike, and with the fire truck going out of control, obviously, they end up destroying the bike and in turn destroying the pistachios that they're protecting. So now Cavendish and Dakota, or mostly Cavendish, because Dakota doesn't seem to really care. He doesn't think that Milo's a spy, which is kind of why I like him, but yeah. So Cavendish wants to go to Milo and, see who he works for, what he's trying to do, why he's trying to sabotage them, which, at this point I'm starting to think it might be more than coincidence as to why Milo just seems to destroy their pistachios all the time and ruin their mission. It definitely seems like more than just plain coincidence at this point, it's every time, so it seems a bit weird to me. I don't know, maybe it's some kind of destiny or something. Can't really say, but I guess as we get further in, we're only halfway through the season as of the end of this bomb, so yeah. So with the fire truck going out of control, Milo calls on this old-timey sort of radio phone to this old guy who starts playing what I can only consider the song of this episode as some kind of instrumental going on in the background. So it's nothing really special, there's no lyrics or anything, but it's just a nice little piano sort of instrumental going on in the background, which is pretty cool, I gotta admit. I kind of like it, I guess. So yeah, Cavendish and Dakota do end up meeting Milo, and for the first time I feel, they actually ask him, who are you working for? Obviously, Milo doesn't seem to care. They end up getting saved by him, even though Cavendish still hates him. The fire truck ends up crashing into the museum, and that's about it. That's the episode. Shit goes down. It's the same as always. What can I say? Yeah, more Cavendish and Dakota stuff is always welcome. I mean, I feel like as we get close to the end of the season, we are going to see them sort of interact fully with Milo a lot more, which is going to be interesting. And again, I assume that they're going to have to end up working with him with the planned pistachio monster thing. I don't know, we'll see as we get into it. But yeah, that was the little fire engine that could. I've probably already forgotten the name right now, I don't actually remember. Now for the final episode of the 4, and I gotta admit, I do have to say that this show so far, at least up to this point, has been fairly tame and it's been alright. It's had its weird moments, yes, but nothing's really gone so far as for me to say what the fuck in an actual episode. This episode did that. This episode actually managed to, just make me give the old WTF. It is so weird, and probably the weirdest I've seen this show go. I don't know, that's just me, but we have the Llama Incident, So we have the three main characters just hanging off a tree branch, nothing new, and it's just them telling the story of the Llama Incident, which they've apparently mentioned in earlier episodes, and I feel like they might have, I just didn't remember it, maybe. Or maybe it's just stuff that they never showed in the old episodes, but they did mention the Llama Incident in earlier episodes, so hey. But yeah, they end up telling the story while they're hanging on for dear life. Yeah, what a great idea, and even toward the end of the episode this woodpecker comes and it just gets so weird, I don't know. So there's all these llamas, this guy inherited llamas, and then Melissa ends up walking on a tightrope, llama stampede, the llamas end up traveling on an airplane. It's just so insane. It's easily one of the weirdest episodes that I've experienced on the show. It is absolutely insane, and I love it, I really do. If this show continues to be this weird, or hell, even weirder, I feel like this could be even rivaling Star vs. the Forces of Evil in terms of the weird and wild side of stuff, which is kinda crazy considering the theme song of that show, but yeah. I don't know, I found this episode incredibly weird, but I still loved it. I still thought it was a good episode, not my favorite at all. But I don't know, I thought it was okay. I mean, you put llamas, a tightrope with Melissa walking on it, a football game, theatre, and Milo Murphy, then you kinda have a pretty weird episode. I don't know, but overall, that was the 4 episodes. I didn't have much to say on that last one, mostly because it was literally just weird. There was Cavendish and Dakota, they were in it very briefly in the flashback, so they have been there from the very start, but again, just much less prominent, I guess. Yeah, they were just in it for about a minute and got destroyed soon after, so hey, who really cares? But yeah, that was the 4 episodes for this week, and the final week of the bomb, week 3, kind of a shame. But yeah, this bomb has been incredible. Some great episodes, some not so great episodes, some mildly okay episodes, and some great songs, as usual. I don't know, I guess when you have Weird Al as the star, it makes a great show, but I cannot wait to see what else comes out this season. There's, I believe, 10 more episodes. I think there's like 21 full 22-minute episodes, so we're doing pretty well. We're over halfway through, so yeah, looking forward to it. Don't know when it's going to come back, but it has been renewed for season 2, so it's not over for quite a while. But yeah, anyway, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.